Bassmaster Elite Series Pro Mark Menendez here with you. You know, faith is a very important thing in a lot of people's lives, and then there's various ways that people show it. Some people are very vocal about it. I choose to be very private about it. But I spend a lot of time on the water, and it doesn't take long to recognize the beauty that's out there. The leaves are starting to turn on the trees. Mallard duck over there. I heard a crow barking just a minute ago. Hey, those are just beautiful, sentimental things to those of us that love the outdoors. And there's only one place it could come from. I had an argument the other day with my daughter about this very subject. She's 14 years old. She's trying to find her way. And she says, Daddy, I don't believe in God. I said, well, okay, why not? And she had these various little reasons that a 14-year-old young person may have. And I finally got to the whole argument as it escalated and escalated. And I said, which came first, the chicken or the egg? Well, that's easy, Daddy. The chicken did. I said, where'd the chicken come from? You can take your scientific levels. I have a biology degree, and you can look at evolution, but you get to that same argument. Where'd it come from? The chicken or the egg? Somewhere along the line, I have to take my book knowledge and lay it down and leave it all to faith. One experience in my life was I lost my wife, Donna, to cancer. During that time period, there were a lot of arguments that I had with God. I was kind of chapped about it, because Donna was a lovely woman. She was crazy and fun and the light of our lives in my household. So as we got into the fight of cancer, the pressure started ratcheting up. I had no idea how I was going to make a living. Didn't know what I was going to do as far as finances. We had insurance, so we were okay there. But all this pressure, I've got 2 young children, and my wife is fighting for her life. So I had to run a couple errands that morning, and I had to go to Kmart and get something, and then I had to go over to Lowe's. And when I got to the Kmart parking lot, it was a fever pitch. And I laid across my steering wheel, and I looked up through that windshield. I actually bumped my forehead on the windshield, and I said, okay, boss, don't give me anything else today, because I can't handle it, and I will break if you give me one more thing today. Had my little moment. Tears rolled, gathered my goods, went into Kmart and got what I needed and came out. Drove across town to Lowe's, and I get to Lowe's and the phone rings. And it's my boss from Skeeter Boats. And she says, Mark, I need you to be quiet and listen. Now, this woman that I work for, I would walk through fire for. She is the kindest, hardest working person that I know in the industry, and I love her. She's been so good to me and my family. She says, your contract has been mailed to you, full well knowing I'm not going to fish next year because I'm fighting cancer with my wife. She says, get your contract signed, get it back to us. You and your family are so important to us. Your contract is in good standing, and we are going to execute your contract. And everything that we are promising to do, you're going to receive. I was speechless. My prayers had been answered. My kids were going to be able to eat, the mortgage was going to be able to be paid, and I was going to be able to be there with Donna and help her fight cancer. So I get home, and sure enough, there's a FedEx package on there on my front doorstep. I'm like, wow, how'd that get there so quick? I walk back, Donna's resting in her bedroom. I toss it up on the bed. She goes, what's this? I said, just look at the address. She said, Kilgore, Texas, where Skeeter Boats is made. And she says, please tell me that's your contract. I said, it is. And I'm under instruction to sign it and get it back to them. We're going to be fine. Those are 2 ways that I see how God has worked in my life. And He creates balance for all of us. The day-to-day terror, the good versus evil, however you want to look at it. But when you find and you see and you understand the great things that He's laid out here for us to enjoy, whether that's time with your family, that's time in the outdoors where everything is so beautiful, or it's just time with peace at your heart, He's a pretty good place to turn to. I made a deal with Him a lot of years ago. I'm out here fishing, and I get excited in a tournament. I got a big one on, or I'm 30 minutes in and got to be in to weigh in, and I don't have a limit. And I made a deal with Him. I said, God, I'll never ask you for another fish. The only thing I ask for from you is get me in and get me out safely so that I can come home and see my family. I feel like he's got enough other things to do other than let me get a bass in a boat. It's nice when I do catch a bass, and I'm grateful for it, but I don't ask him to or wish for a bass in a boat because, like I said, he's got starving people to feed. He's got people that are fighting illness. He's got people that have troubles in their minds, that are having a real hard time with things to worry about, and maybe an unborn child that may have health problems. He's trying to help them, whatever it is. I'm grateful for what he's provided for me. I'm grateful how he works in my life and my children's lives, and I hope you give him a chance. He can do some cool things for you too.